Hey everybody, happy Friday. And give yourselves a pat on the back for getting through the first full week of e-learning at home. I hope it wasn't too bad. I'm sure Monday was difficult for everybody, but hopefully as the week went on, you got a little bit used to pulling up your lessons off of the computer and doing work at home with your parents or grandparents or whoever it happens to be. So just a little quick week in review here. Whether you realize it or notice it or not, we had a little bit of a theme to the books that I had. And to kick off our reading at home, Trooper sneezed over there. I kind of picked a reading and writing theme for the books. We started out our week with the Fantastic Flying Books of Mr. Morris Lesmore, where he loved books and he found the library and lived out his days in the library, reading as well as writing his own book. And it made him and the books very happy. They had a close bond. And then I moved on to Mother Bruce. This one didn't have books and writing so much as the reason I chose this one was for a different genre of stories, in that Mother Bruce was a play on Mother Goose with the nursery rhyme. So hopefully on Mayan, or maybe even at some books that you have in your house, you went back and you found some Mother Goose nursery rhymes and supplemented your reading with some of those. All right, then the last 2 days we were doing books that had more to do with writing. We met Rocket, and that's when, if you guys watched Rocket, you got to meet my trooper as well. And Rocket learned how to write a story. He looked around him to get inspiration for ideas, and he wrote his own story. And then my inspiration for the next one was watching the news about letter writing. And yesterday we read Dear Mr. Blueberry, which was a series of letters back and forth about a whale that was in the pond in the backyard. But we talked a little bit about letter writing and who you might be able to write a letter to during these times when we can't see people like we normally are used to seeing people. So hopefully you found somebody that you're going to be able to correspond with via letters. All right, and then that brings us to today. This one, it's got a double connection. One is with the writing part, because one of our characters here, he wants to write a wordless picture book. Now you think that sounds kind of funny. How can you have a book without words? Well, there is such a thing. And in those cases, it's done with more illustrations, and you put the words to the pictures from using your imagination. But he has a little bit of trouble getting that book produced, and you'll see why. This is a funny one. But the other reason why I grabbed this one is because it is by Ryan T. Higgins, who was the same author that wrote Mother Bruce. So we have a double connection here with one of another book that we had this week on Tuesday, but as well as a story and writing connection. All right, so here we go. This one is called Be Quiet. You can see big words, big voice, and it is written and illustrated by Ryan T. Higgins. Now, normally when we open up the front cover of our books, there's not much there, maybe a picture, but a lot of times it's just blank white space. But this time, Mr. Higgins, he started our story in here. And here's our main character. He says, finally, I get my very own book to star in. This is going to be great. I'm going to make it a wordless book. They're very artistic. This book will have no words at all, starting now. Rupert the Mouse presents Be Quiet. Oops, okay, no, starting now. Hi, Rupert, what are, shh, be quiet. This book does not have words. Yowie, a wordless book? Can I help? Oops, I'm talking. talking. Eep, I'm talking about talking. Stop. The book already started. You're messing it all up. Please, let me stay in the book. I promise to be extra quiet. I'll be extra wordless, please. I said be quiet. This book is wordless. Hey guys, what's all the shouting? Hi Thistle, we're making a wordless book, but I promised to be quiet, so I can't tell you about it. I don't think he's doing a very good job of being quiet. A wordless book? Oh, I love those. They're very artistic. Can I be in it? Yes, but we won't tell Rupert since we're not supposed to be talking. Rupert's getting very frustrated. I told you to be quiet. You're putting too many words in the book. Yeah, this book is going to be so fun. Quiet, you. This book will be more than fun. It will be visually stimulating. What does visually stimulating mean? I think it means we're going to poke our readers in the eyeballs with pictures. That's not what it means. It means we need to have strong illustrations. That means you let the pictures do the talking, not the words. You like this? Look, we're helping. No, you're not. Be quiet. This book is wordless. Rupert is right, Nibs. What this book needs is some strong but silent types. Strong but silent. What about him? He's strong, he's silent. Every book needs a bear in it. You guys recognize him? There's Mother Bruce. I don't know, he looks grumpy. What about something cuter? What about a kitten? Kittens are super cute and friendly. Look at his cute little nose and whiskers. Now, what do you think's gonna happen when you got a cat and some mice? May not work out so well. Oh, and his big, beautiful eyes and shiny teeth. Nibs, I think he's getting a little too friendly. Quick, think of something vegetarian. Boop, a cucumber. We'll just draw a smile on it and add some googly eyes. Can't get eaten by a cucumber, can you? And there, a vegetarian. Nibs, what exactly do you think a vegetarian is? Stop filling my brilliant piece of wordless literature with nonsense. And stop talking. You're not taking this seriously. Is this more serious? What are you supposed to be, a president? No, I'm Vincent Van Mouse. Ugh. I don't think everyone will get that. Can you try something a little simpler? Here we go. We're simple, we're potatoes. Stop talking and stop changing the pictures around. I don't even like potatoes. Rupert is right. No more artistic stuff. Wordless books need action. We should have a silent superhero instead. We'll call him Captain Quiet, and he could fight words. Captain Quiet, vocabulary vigilante. But we know superheroes can't stay quiet for long. Pow, blam, kaboom. No superheroes, and no onomatopoeia either. Whoop, I think Rupert just said, I'm a gonna pee ya. What do you think that means? I think it means that he should have gone to the bathroom before the book started. What he means by onomatopoeia, for some of you younger kids, is words that look and sound like their noise. For example, pow, or bam, or crash. That's an example of onomatopoeia. Has nothing to do with going to the bathroom, by the way. What about mimes? Mimes are extra quiet. Guess what I'm miming? Let's see, is it a cheese sandwich that thinks it's a hummingbird with a lettuce sweater? Don't you know what be quiet means? It means don't make a sound. Right. It's like that saying about a tree falling in the woods. How does it go? Nibs, can you help? I'm on it. Grabbing his chainsaw. Zzz. Bzz. Timber. It goes something like, if a tree falls on someone who isn't listening in the woods, no, that's not right. Ah! Did the tree make a sound? It was hard to tell with all of Rupert shouting. Should we try again? Ugh. Enough. I have had it. All you two do is talk, talk, talk. I can't stand it. Can't you be quiet for just one page? I try to do one thing, make a wordless book, and you two have gone and ruined it. You have filled this book with words. No one is going to want to read a wordless book that is filled with words. Why can't you do a simple thing like not say anything? Is it that hard? I'm quiet. I'm not saying anything. But no, you two just keep talking and 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 talking. Psst. What? Shh. Be quiet. This book isn't supposed to have words. The end. There's actually, I think, one little bit thing. There goes Rupert storming off the page. They say, I thought the book turned out okay. I hope we get to do another one soon. Now, what do you think? Is Rupert going to let them come into his next book? Yeah, probably not. And here on the back cover, we get to see Mother Bruce with the cute kitty. And that is the end of Be Quiet. I hope you like that one. That was a funny one this week. A good way to end the week on a Friday. All right, so to finish up, I've got 2 suggestions for you guys of something that you can do at home. Not a whole lot on Mayan with wordless picture books. In fact, there was just one. So I went onto Mayan and I typed in wordless and one book came up. I took a look at it. It's called Here I Am. And without the words, this one was a little bit difficult to put the story together. I found myself working all the way through the story and then kind of going back a little bit to see what had happened. I think once you get to the end, you can figure it out. But the cool thing about a wordless book is there's not really one right way to retell it. So give this one a try and see what you think, and you can add the words. If you're unable to do that, or if it's too confusing, another activity that you can do, I used to do this when I had my own class years ago, is that go find a magazine, one or a newspaper or something, one where your parents may not mind if you pull it apart, and find just some cool pictures, some photographs. And so I had this travel magazine that had come in the mail, and I found some pictures. And just take a look at the picture and see if you can tell the story of what's happening in the picture. For example, this one, when I saw it, it reminded me of Dear Mr. Blueberry with the whale. So you could tell a story about taking an adventure on a cruise ship in Alaska, when all of a sudden across the ocean you could see a water spout push water up over the surface of the water. And as the boat got closer, you could see that it was a blue whale. And as you leaned over the edge of the ship and said hello to the whale, he talked back. And then you could continue your story like that. I have another one that shows a family camping, and we've got the little boy that is standing up a little bit closer to you, but I could see smoke coming off at the grill. When I saw this picture, the story that went through my mind was that he was up there posing for the picture and wasn't paying attention to his hamburgers and hot dogs that were over on the grill, and the next thing you know, they caught fire. And so he had to run over there and save his hot dogs from burning. And then finally, the last picture that I found, if you look close to you, you can see a nice table and chairs. So maybe the family was sitting down to enjoy a nice little snack in the afternoon, when all of a sudden they could hear in the distance, and looked and saw some elephants, and the elephants came and took your snack and took it home to their elephant family. And you could continue your story there. It doesn't matter what your story is. It can be realistic, it can be make-believe, whatever you want to do. So try coming up with your own wordless pictures and create your own stories. All right, happy reading, kiddos. I hope you're enjoying these. If you're watching them on YouTube and you want to give me a thumbs up and like them at the bottom there, or subscribe to the stories, you can join some other people that have done that. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will be back on Monday with another story. Next week, because we're going in towards Easter, I'm gonna have some rabbit, some eggs, some bunny stories for you guys next week. All right, good night, everybody.